Do you ever feel like you see the world in a way no one else around you seems to understand? Almost as if you're moving through life with a deeper lens, picking up on things other people completely miss. If that sounds familiar, you might actually belong to the rarest personality type in the world, the INFJ. Representing less than 2% of the population, INFJs combine intuition, empathy, and purpose in a way that makes them truly unique. And in this video, we're breaking down 8 clear signs that you might be one of them. Make sure to watch until the end, because sign number 7 explains why so many INFJs feel drained without knowing why, and it might just change how you understand yourself. The INFJ personality type stands for introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging, a rare combination that shapes a deeply thoughtful and purpose-driven way of experiencing the world. INFJs tend to process life internally, guided by strong intuition and an emotional intelligence that allows them to understand people on a profound level. They look beyond the surface, noticing patterns, motives, and possibilities that others often overlook. Even though they're naturally reserved, their insight and empathy make them powerful observers of human behavior. And with that foundation in mind, let's move into the 8 signs that may reveal whether you're part of this uncommon personality group. Sign 1. You always feel different. Many INFJs grow up feeling like they don't quite fit in, even when they're surrounded by people who care about them. It's not that they're antisocial or disconnected. It's that their inner world is richer, deeper, and more complex than most people realize. They often sense things others don't: hidden emotions, subtle shifts in tone, unspoken tension, or meanings beneath the surface. This intuitive awareness can make everyday environments feel slightly out of sync, almost as if they're outsiders observing rather than participating. Even within their own family, school, or workplace, INFJs frequently experience the feeling of being different because they're operating on a level of perception that isn't common. What many don't realize is that this feeling isn't a flaw. It's the first sign of the rare INFJ intuition at work. Sign 2. Perfectionism plus procrastination. INFJs are known for setting incredibly high standards for themselves, often aiming for results that go far beyond what anyone else expects. They don't just want to succeed, they want to exceed, to deliver something meaningful, polished, and undeniably well done. But this drive for perfection comes with a hidden cost: procrastination. Because when your mind insists that everything must be flawless, starting can feel overwhelming. The pressure to get it exactly right creates a kind of internal paralysis, making even simple tasks look like massive projects. It's not laziness, it's fear of falling short of the ideal you've built in your mind. This push and pull between wanting perfection and avoiding imperfection is one of the classic signs of the INFJ personality, and understanding it can be a big step toward breaking the cycle. Sign 3. You read people instantly. One of the most striking traits of an INFJ is the ability to read people almost instantly. While others rely on what someone says, INFJs naturally focus on how something is said: the tone, the pauses, the body language, the emotion hiding behind the words. They pick up on subtle cues most people overlook, allowing them to sense when someone is upset, stressed, lying, or holding something back long before anyone else notices. It's as if they have an internal radar that scans a person's emotional state the moment they walk into the room. This isn't guesswork, it's intuition sharpened by deep empathy. Because of this, INFJs often understand what someone needs, feels, or intends, even when the other person can't articulate it themselves. It's a quiet superpower, one that makes INFJs both incredibly supportive and deeply perceptive. Sign 4. You have few friends, but deep ones. INFJs may know a lot of people, but when it comes to real friendship, they choose quality over quantity every time. While others might enjoy big social circles, INFJs prefer a small, tight-knit group of people they trust completely. They invest heavily in the connections that matter, offering loyalty, support, and emotional depth that few other personality types can match. Because they value authenticity so strongly, they're naturally selective about who they allow into their inner world. And once someone breaks that trust or becomes inconsistent, an INFJ won't hesitate to step back and distance themselves. For them, friendships aren't casual, they're meaningful bonds built to last. Sign 5. Deep empathy and emotional depth. INFJs feel emotions with an intensity that sets them apart, not just their own, but everyone else's as well. When someone they care about is hurting, they don't just notice it, they absorb it as if the pain were happening inside them. This deep empathy allows them to understand people on a level that goes far beyond surface reactions. Instead of judging someone for a mistake, they instinctively look for the reasons behind it: the fear, the insecurity, the past experiences that shape that person's behavior. They see the full picture, not just the moment. This emotional depth makes INFJs incredibly compassionate, but it can also be overwhelming at times because carrying the weight of other people's emotions is no small task. Still, for INFJs, understanding others is almost effortless. It's simply how they're wired. Sign 6. You hate small talk. For INFJs, small talk feels like a chore, a surface-level exchange that drains their energy rather than builds connection. Talking about the weather, weekend plans, or random details just to fill the silence can feel almost painful. It's not that INFJs dislike people, they simply crave conversations with depth and meaning. They want to understand what someone believes, fears, hopes for, and values. They're drawn to discussions about purpose, emotions, ideas, and the things that truly shape a person. Shallow interaction feels empty to them, and pretending to enjoy it feels even worse. When an INFJ meets someone who is willing to open up and go deeper, that's when they come alive, because real connection is what they've been searching for all along. Sign 7. You're extremely driven by purpose. INFJs aren't the type to drift through life without direction. Everything they do is tied to a deeper purpose. They constantly evaluate whether their job, their relationships, and their daily choices align with their values. If something no longer feels meaningful or starts pulling them away from who they truly are, they won't hesitate to walk away, even if it's difficult. This inner compass pushes them to pursue growth, clarity, and authenticity at all costs. They're always thinking ahead, planning their next move, and imagining a future that feels more aligned with their ideals. Whether it's leaving a stagnant relationship or switching careers to find fulfillment, INFJs need their life to make sense on a soul level. And because of that, they often end up reshaping their world in ways that others admire but don't always understand. Sign 8. The broken wing effect. INFJs have a natural instinct to help and heal others, and while this is one of their greatest strengths, it can also become one of their biggest vulnerabilities. They're often drawn to people who are hurting, individuals who seem fragile, misunderstood, or emotionally wounded. This is the broken wing effect. An INFJ sees someone struggling and immediately feels responsible for lifting them up, fixing their problems, or guiding them toward a better path. But in the process, they can lose themselves, pouring so much energy into others that they forget their own needs. What starts as compassion can slowly turn into emotional exhaustion if the INFJ tries to save someone who isn't ready to change. Learning to help without sacrificing their own well-being is one of the most important lessons for this rare personality type. If you found yourself connecting with most of these signs, there's a good chance you might be part of the rare INFJ group. And being an INFJ isn't just about having unique traits. It's about carrying a deep sense of purpose, empathy, and insight that shapes the way you move through the world. You're someone who feels deeply, thinks intuitively, and cares about meaning more than anything else. While this path can feel lonely at times, it's also incredibly powerful. INFJs don't just dream of a better world, they take quiet, intentional steps to create it. If any of these signs resonated with you, let me know in the comments which one felt the most accurate. And if you want more videos like this, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. There's a lot more coming.